I watched the king eat while the drumbeat covered the screaming. I was 19 when I became a palace cleaner in the old river town. The king was not a man with a crown and velvet. He wore plain robes and rubber sandals. He drove a black pickup. People called him His Highness because that was safer than calling him what he was. I didn't believe the stories until the night I was told to stay late. The palace sat behind a fence of rusted iron. Inside, it smelled of dust, oil, and old food. Power went out most nights. The guards used torches and laughed too loud. They knew no one would question them. I mopped floors and kept my eyes down. That's how you survived. The king ruled a cluster of villages by tradition, not law. The government let him be. He settled land fights, marriage fights, and debts. People said he kept order. People also said men who crossed him vanished into the forest near the river. I thought it was talk meant to scare children. That night, the head guard told me to clean the back hall. Do not leave, he said. If you hear drums, keep walking. He locked the side door behind me. The drums started after midnight. Slow. Heavy. Not for a festival. I knew the difference. This was the kind you hear at funerals, but faster, like a heart beating too hard. I kept mopping. My hands shook. I tried to tell myself it was nothing. Then I heard a voice. A man begging. It came through the thin wall near the storeroom. The drums got louder. The begging stopped. I should have left. I didn't. I was scared of the guards more than the sound. A few minutes later, the king walked past me. He smelled of palm oil and smoke. His face was calm, like he had just finished a meal. 2 guards followed him, dragging a man between them. The man's feet left a wet line on the floor. He was alive. His eyes were open, but he made no sound. His mouth was full of cloth. The king did not look at me. He never did. To him, I was part of the floor. They took the man into the back room. The drums stopped. The silence was worse. I heard metal touch metal. I heard water poured. I heard nothing else. No screaming. Just the king's voice, low and firm, giving instructions like a teacher in class. After a while, the door opened. The guards came out alone. One of them vomited into a bucket. Another laughed and wiped his mouth. The king came out last. He washed his hands at the tap near the hall and dried them on my clean rag. Finish up, he said, and walked away. I stood there for a long time. The floor was still wet. Not all of it was water. When the sun came up, a woman came to the palace gate crying. She said her husband had been taken in the night for owing money on a piece of land. She had the receipt. She begged the guards to let her see him. They told her to go home. They said the king had settled the matter. 3 days later, the river brought back what the forest had taken. Fishermen found parts caught in their nets. They said it was an animal. They said it was from far away. No one wanted to look too close. The woman stopped coming to the gate. I quit the job the next week. I told my mother I was sick. She believed me because I was thin and quiet. For months, I woke up to the sound of drums that were not there. Years passed. The king grew older. He started walking with a stick. The stories did not stop. People still disappeared. The police still said nothing. Tradition still stood taller than the law. Then one rainy season, the king died in his sleep. That's what they announced. The town held a big burial. Drums played for days. Goats were killed. Speeches were made. They called him a peacemaker. During the burial, the rain opened the old ground behind the palace. Water ran through the soil and into the river path. Bones came up. Not animal bones. Too many. Cut clean. tied with rope that had not fully rotted. The elders moved fast. They told people to stay away. They said it was an old graveyard. They said the land was cursed and must be covered. Trucks came with sand. The story changed. I left the town that week.